In this video, we're gonna go through the whole RX8 turbocharging process to see what to use, how much it costs, power gains, and much more. A special thanks goes to T-Rex Performance for helping out with this topic. These guys are top of the class when it comes to rotary engines and parts for them. So make sure you check out their website, the link will be in the description. Alright, let's get straight to the good part. How much does an RX8 turbo kit cost? Well, you'll spend around $2,000 for a used gritty kit. You'll struggle to find a new one as it is sadly discontinued. You can get other new kits for around $7,000. With that said, what's the best recommended kit to use? Well, most people prefer the gritty one because all the work around has been figured out and it can easily get about 350 horsepower after upgrading from B&R. So let's say we buy a used gritty kit for $2,000. How much would we have to spend to have it installed by a mechanic? Well, about $3,000 in labor plus tune. If you choose to do it by yourself at home, it's free of course, granted that you know what you are doing. How long does it take to install a turbo kit? Well, about a weekend, if you know what you are doing of course. So now the engine is in. The amount of power we can expect is around 250 to 350 horsepower, if you want it to be reliable. Now about that, some say that turbocharging a Renesas engine will decrease its reliability. Unless you know what you are doing and you do it properly, the engine won't last as long as a stock one. But with the right knowledge and tuning, the car should be as reliable as before. With that said, a Turbo RX8 can last from 50 to 100,000 miles depending on how good the tune is and what supporting mods have been done. So the key to make it last longer is installing support mods. If you're wondering how will the extra power affect fuel consumption, well, it will remain relatively the same while cruising, but when putting your foot down, you can expect a call from your bank. For those who are wondering about exhaust emissions, you should be able to pass emission tests like before, unless of course you put on a decat. So is compression important when turbocharging an RX8 and when you shouldn't do it? Well, a low compression engine won't last long, turbo or not. So if you're in rebuild territory, fix the engine and install the turbo afterwards. If the engine you have is healthy, then a rebuild is not necessary. Okay, so let's talk finance. Is it better to turbocharge an RX8 engine or swap it with an RX7 turbo one? Well, the RAW isn't any more reliable but can get more power. Financially, the RX7 engine is too much work and money. So at the end of the day, it's cheaper to boost an RX8 Renesas engine. If we could summarize the pros and cons, the pros would be the extra fun with more power and uniqueness. The cons would be an increase of heat that can be detrimental if not addressed properly. After the turbo install, you should install other mods to make the turbocharged RX8 more reliable. For best results, use Adaptronic Standalone. It has inputs for boost monitoring and failsafes. Also, one of the main ones is cooling. Gauges are also recommended: fuel pressure, air-fuel ratio, boost, oil pressure, coolant temperature, and oil temperature. If you're interested in installing gauges in your RX8, I've made a step-by-step tutorial on how to do it. The link to the video will be in the description. Also, the turbo upgrade by B&R or someone similar is highly recommended to make it water-cooled and upgrade the turbine. Makes more power, and water-cooled is better as oil doesn't burn to bearings after shutdown. This is all for this video. I want to give a special thanks to all who contributed with their videos. You can find those Turbo RX8 in the description. And as always, leave a like, subscribe, and check out more RX8 videos on my channel.